Alright guys, this is Unit 4, Section 3. If you need help, you can refer back to page 200, but we are on 218 on our grammar review. So we're learning about adverbs. So adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. They answer the question how, when, where, or to what extent. So I have some examples there. So if you're answering the question how, you might use an adverb like carefully, when, yesterday, where, everywhere, to what extent, vary. So number 1, many adverbs that tell to what extent are intensifiers. They add to the meaning of the words they modify. Some examples of intensifiers would be less, terribly, slightly, so, or more. Number 2, the words how, when, where, and why are adverbs. So not only do adverbs answer these questions, but those words in themselves are adverbs. Number 3, some adverbs are formed from adjectives by adding ly to the end. So if you have the adjective wise, to add ly, you would have wisely, which makes it an adverb. But take care to notice that not all words that end in ly are adverbs. So we have lonely and ugly. They would still be considered adjectives. And number 4, depending on the adverb, you will need to place your adverb as close as possible to the modified words. So we have a problem in the English language where you might have a misplaced modifier, which changes the meaning of the sentence, and it will confuse your readers. So if you want to flip back to 200 to see what I'm talking about, it will be there. But for our work today, we won't be correcting anything for section 3. So we're on page 218, and I'm doing 16, 23, and 30. Of course, you will do all. Okay, so 16, or the directions say, let's go over that first. Write the adverb and the words that they modify. Underline the intensifiers. So 16, the day had begun quite satisfactorily. So I'll give you a second to think about which words are functioning as adverbs in this sentence. So you should have identified quite as your first adverb, and it is actually modifying another adverb, satisfactorily. So you should have quite on your paper dash satisfactorily, and then you're going to take the second adverb, satisfactorily, and write that it's modifying had begun, because had begun is a verb phrase. Remember, adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. So this is what you should have for 16. So we're skipping down to 23. Shortly, his mother appeared with a warm plate of bread. So we only have one adverb in this sentence, and it would be shortly. Shortly is modifying the verb appeared. And you guys want to be able to identify the function of every word in the sentence. That will, your knowledge of the parts of speech will really help you in this unit. So for example, if you went to 23, shortly would be an adverb, his would be a pronoun, mother would be a noun, appeared would be a verb, with would be a preposition, a would be an article, plate would be a noun, of would be a preposition, warm would be a adjective, and then bread would be a noun. Actually, his would be an adjective as well. But just quickly, you don't have to do that for this exercise, but you should have that knowledge in your brain that you're able to identify the function of each word in a sentence. So going on to 30. Then Ted gratefully thanked his mother and left briskly. So going through the sentence, then is an adverb, and it is modifying thanked because it's answering the question when. So when did Ted thank his mother? Then. And then Ted would be our proper noun and also the subject of the sentence. Gratefully would be an adverb of thank. It's modifying the word thanked because it's saying how did he thank his mother? Gratefully. So thanked would be the main verb. His would be a adjective in this sentence. Mother would be the object. Also, it's a noun. And would be a conjunction. Left would be a verb. And briskly would be an adverb that's modifying the word left, the verb left. So for 30, you should have then, comma, gratefully, modifying the word thanked, briskly, modifying the word left. So I do apologize for my awful handwriting, but I think you guys should get the idea of what I'm looking for page 218, section 3.